That was nasty. That was a nasty injury, and I got my boy, my brother, Vince Miracle, to come on the show and talk about it because this has huge ramifications for the entire NBA. And my gosh, I just get PTSD anytime I see stuff like this because this happened to me about almost 2 years ago, man. And it was almost identical to what happened to me. And I know that looked like a high ankle sprain. Obviously, I'm assuming without having any reports, just based on experience. I hope he's okay. I feel like his ankle completely turned, but he was wearing mid-top, so hopefully it got the full turn where it's not like that half turn where it's mostly on the top, close to the Achilles shin area. Then that's going to be all bad. But hopefully it's just like a lower ankle sprain, maybe out for a week, 2 weeks. But if he's out for more than a month, man, I think the series is over unless James Harden comes back. But what were your initial thoughts, and do you think that was a dirty play?
Was it a dirty play? I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It was dirty. It's just aggressive playoff basketball. You know what I mean? It's nothing crazy there. But
for me, it wasn't. For me, he never looked at him at all. Like he just went up for the rebound.
I just think it was aggressive basketball. I think it's just aggressive basketball.
It's a playoff,
you know what I mean?
bro.
It's just aggressive basketball. So no, I don't think it was a dirty play. But dude, this series could be changed now instantly with no Harden and no Kyrie. Yeah, the X-rays came back negative, but that ankle.
Are they saying they came back negative?
Ankle. Yeah, they're already saying it came back negative.
Okay, thank God. Cause that looked real bad.
So
It
came
real
back negative.
bad.
Doesn't mean that thing ain't gonna be sore tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't mean he may not be out for a week. Like
Could be out for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
we don't know that. Yeah, that just means his ankle isn't broken.
No torn ligaments.
Right.
But it's still sprained.
And I'm sure it's really swollen. Okay, what were your initial thoughts? Because obviously, we'll get into the betting aspect. We have 10 minutes real fast, but just your initial thoughts of the game overall, and then we'll get into the whole betting. What did you bet, and what did I bet?
Game kind of went exactly how I expected it to. It's definitely going to be more aggressive, more up pace. I felt like the Bucks just kept a higher intensity defensively and just kept the ball pushing and stayed at their tempo the whole entire time. But then the loss of Kyrie, it just changed the whole aspect of the game. They were already falling deeper and deeper behind to where now that there's a huge question mark now that they're tied 2-2. Question marks on Harden if and when he's coming back. Steve Nash today says there's a gap that he still needs to make up before he's even ready. And now to lose Kyrie like this, that's going to be huge. But in terms of bets, what did I do? I bet on the Nets. I thought that they were going to be able to do it today. They came out shooting hot in the first quarter, but first quarters are not the end of the game. So I lost on that one. But I do have the Suns with the sweep. Today, I do think the Suns win this game.
Okay.
I bet the money line. I bet 250 on the money line.
Okay.
And then I made a parlay where it's Chris Paul. You're gonna laugh at me. Chris Paul over 15.5 and the Suns winning by -3.
Over 15.5. There it is.
Over 15.5. But the Suns also
I'd be so mad, bro,
3.
if that shit goes under and then you lose for, is it the second or third time? No, first time you wanted to bet it
first time
and
I
you
won.
didn't.
First time I won, it was under, it was,
that's right.
over 12.
That's right.
It was over 12.5, and I was like, or 13.5. I said, how does Chris Paul not score at least 14 points per game in this series? I thought that was ridiculous, and I bet like my whole bankroll on it. And then the next time I was like, 15.5. I say he's averaging 14 in the series. I'm going to go on the under. And I missed. So this will be the second time losing if I get it wrong. So going over 15.5.
Okay.
But I bought the hook on the spread and I did -3 to the Suns. Because I just think the Suns have shown everything now. Like they've seen what the Nuggets can do. I know that the Nuggets are adding Will Barton.
Right.
But adding Will Barton or not adding Will Barton, I think that the Suns have seen the best of the Nuggets and they figured them out. They have figured out what slows down the other guys. They noticed they can't slow down Jokic. I mean, DeAndre Ayton was stunned by Jokic's stat line at the end of the last game, and they still won by double digits, right? So they know Jokic is going to get it off. They're making sure they're stopping the other guys. Maybe Will Barton keeps it a little closer, but I think the Suns have figured it out. I think they're dominating. I think Chris Paul's going to his first conference finals.
And tell people where you make your bets. Is it Bovada? Is it FanDuel? Where?
I do a mixture. So I do mybookie.ag. We have it sponsored. It's over at hoop-ball.com. And then I do it over at Bovada as well. So I just find spreads, man. Like each site has different odds.
Right.
Like MyBookie gives you odds boost sometimes, where Bovada sometimes doesn't do that.
What's the process to actually cash out for both? Obviously, I know Bovada, but is it similar?
Yeah, it's similar.
Okay.
Bitcoin transfer.
Okay. Bitcoin. Okay.
I highly recommend everyone to just do the Bitcoin transfer when you're doing this stuff. Don't want to keep adding in your bank account or do none of that stuff. And the cool thing is, now that like Cash App allows you to use Bitcoin, you can actually transfer. Like, let's say you put money on your Cash App, you can move it over to the Bitcoin side and send Bitcoin for free into your bookie account, MyBookie, or even Bovada account, and it's in there within a few seconds. You know what I mean? So
perfect.
I always recommend people use the Bitcoin one.
Perfect. So I broke down on Friday why the Bucks would win Game 4. It kind of didn't go the way that I thought. In terms of the schematics of things, they obviously won the game, but I was tweeting out why I was so upset that in that first half, even before Kyrie got hurt, they were going back and forth, and they got back into it simply by playing in transition. But whenever they were in the half court, and this really concerns me a lot for the Bucks moving forward, is they're not really running their offense, bro, and they're just taking the first shot they see, and it's contested, and it's just not Bucks basketball. It's not what Coach Bud is known for during the regular season, which was so weird to me, man. Like, can you kind of explain what changes in the minds of these coaches? Like, they're so great in the season, and for some reason he can't adjust, or he can't tell his team to, hey, let's run our offensive sets. You see the first shot and you take it and it's contested. Like, that's not good basketball.
Yeah, it's Coach Bud just doing Coach Bud things, man. He just lets his team go. I still don't understand why Giannis is allowed to just 4 seconds into the shot clock shoot a three. That's
so stupid. That's so stupid.
I mean, I get mindset wise.
You don't get it. We don't get it. We don't get it.
No. Look. This is how I'll understand them doing it. Right? Is if I make it, they'll respect it. I have to get them to respect something. At least it gives us still enough time to play.
But he's missing free throws too, though. Like, that's not okay for him to be taken. Period.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm just saying that's the only logic behind it. But yeah.
Okay, man, so you got the Suns. That's your rebound game.
Yeah.
Did you touch the second half on the Bucks game?
No, I didn't touch anything after I lost.
Okay.
That was a rough one.
Okay. All right, man. We're at 8 minute at the 8 minute mark. I'll keep going, but I know you gotta go. Thank you so much, my man. And we'll see you. Will you be available after that game or no?
Just message me. Probably.
Okay.
There's a good chance. I'll figure it out.
All right, big dog. I appreciate you, and let's make some money.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's fill this bag, man. Let's fill this bag.
All right, big dog. Appreciate it.
Peace.
That was Vince Miracle to talk about this tough break for the Brooklyn Nets. I'm glad that it's negative because, again, just looking at this again, oh my God, oh, it just, again, gives me PTSD, bro. Like, watching that Kyrie again, bro. That was tough. That's tough, man. What did you guys think? What was your biggest takeaway? I didn't see many well-ran sets today. Good actions by the Bucks. I'm glad they won. But my God, they have to stop allowing Giannis to just dribble the ball up the court and just flow for a three-point shot. That is not his game. The Nets are giving him that. They want him to take that. He is letting them off the hook every time he does that. He needs to attack the rim and let the refs either call a foul or an offensive foul. Today it was 50-50, right? He got some calls, he didn't get some calls. But man, they need to run more double stack. Curl's coming out for Chris Middleton, for Drew Holiday. These guys are taking contested, just one shot outcomes, and that's not Bucks basketball. It bugs me because I did a whole 15-minute segment on what they got to do to bring it back. And yes, they won the game. Obviously, not having Kyrie helped immensely, without question. But they just have to go back to playing Bucks basketball, man. I'm tired of not seeing it. We really haven't seen it, though. It's been very, very ugly. It's been messy. It's been sloppy. In transition, they've been good, without question. But in the half court, they haven't been sharp. They haven't been sharp. We know that. They just haven't been sharp, period. In terms of today's game, let's preview the Suns real quick. I tell you, I'm probably going to in-play this game. But it is +3. +3 Nuggets, -3 Suns. Man, if I had to take a pre-bet, I would probably take the Nuggets +3. I can't see Jokic just going out that way, getting blown out, 4-0 sweep. I don't know. Man, that's a real tough game. I really have to fill out this game, watch it, see how the Nuggets come out, how they respond to adversity. They've gotten punched in the mouth, and they've been knocked down. Will they get back up is the real question. Can they go back to trusting AG, who's been awful? Will Michael Porter have a better, more efficient game? Because he really hasn't had that type of game. Jokic has been dominating. Jokic had a phenomenal game, game 3. Unfortunately, his teammates didn't show up. They showed up against the Blazers. They have not showed up here, and they need to, because the Suns are really good. They're tough. That's a tough squad, man. The over and the under is 221.5. That could be an under today. Follow me on Twitter at BSLeo to see what I'm tweeting out. I'll be tweeting out whatever I bet during the live game. That's really what I like to bet, live action. I have a better feel for these types of bets. I won the first half Bucks today, by the way. I bet them money line. Again, I think I got lucky because Kyrie got hurt, but they very well could have won the first half regardless. Maybe by 1, maybe not by 5, but they got it done, and that's all that matters. The first half spread is -1 Suns, and then the money line is -130. It's tough, man. The first half, I bet that at the beginning of the second quarter, like maybe like a minute or 2 minutes into the second quarter. I just, I think they were down by what, 3? They down by 3 or 2? But I took the Bucks, and they ended up coming back. They were down by like 11 in the second quarter. Mike James was out. He was hooping. And he gave him a nice little lift, but the Bucks came back roaring, and that's what I expected. But mostly was in transition, like drive, you push it, and you found the corners. Tucker was playing great. That's pretty much it, though, man. I'm hoping that Kyrie comes back healthy. I want the Bucks to win the series, but I want them to beat them almost at full strength, because I don't know if James is coming back. It's hard to come back from a hamstring like that. So we'll see what happens, man. Thank you guys so much for anyone who watches this after or listens to it on iTunes or Spotify. I appreciate all the love and support as always. We'll continue to do NBA draft prospect breakdowns. Lots of good stuff coming up. The next video is Trey Mann, as I'm looking at my whiteboard now. And I'm going to do Kuminga. But lots of good content coming up. Let me know if you enjoyed the Bucks video that I published on Friday. Pretty much saying that they would win game 4. That happened. Didn't happen the way I thought it would happen, but it happened. And to give them credit, they did play better in the second half. But again, it was without Kyrie, so. Eh, I was trying to get my boy that runs the Milwaukee Bucks fan page on Instagram to come on. I think he's pretty busy, but I'm gonna have him on the show for sure, and we'll talk some Bucks basketball. On behalf of the entire Basketball Zone family, I thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.